Hello yogis, and welcome to my channel for this crow pose tutorial. Crow pose is an arm balancing pose that engages the arms. We need a lot of core strength and hip flexibility. So without taking so much of your time, I'll get started. For today's pose, you may need a couple of pillows or not. And we're going to do some warm-ups so that we are prepared for the pose. Let's start with some wrist warm-ups. So turn your wrist facing outside, your biceps are facing outward, your triceps inward, and just balance from side to side on your wrist. You can go in little circles, and then the other way. Turn your wrist to face your knees, your fingers to face your knees, and just go front and back. Taking a couple of breaths in and out through the nose. And turn your arms. So turn your hands, the back of your hands on the mat. The closer they are to your knees, the more easy it is, and the further away, the more it's difficult. So just move your hands on your mat or on the floor to just find where it feels good. On the whole time you're turning your elbow, the inner part of your elbows facing front. We want to have this arm rotation, and just place a little bit of weight on your hands just to feel how it how it feels. Feel how it feels. Sounds funny. Okay, that wrists facing each other, fingers facing each other, and then fingers to the front. We're going to warm our shoulders and our core in some yogi push-ups. So I'm going to do the push-ups with my knees on the ground. Today you have the options to lift your knees on the ground or to lift. We want to do like the chaturanga press-ups with the inner part of the elbows facing out. And when we're going down, we want the elbows to align with the upper body and not to push out. So inhale, exhale, push down. Inhale, back up. Inhale, push. Up. And up 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Hold. 3, 2, 1. With the inhale, pull back up. And then come to your wrist. And we're going to open our hips to prepare us. So you can come into a malasana, yogi squat. So if you've been following me, you know this is one of my favorite hip openers. Just opening your legs as wide as the mat. I'm turning over to you so that you can see what I'm doing. Opening your legs and pushing your knees out with your elbows. You can bring your hands in front of your chest in prayer position. And you just move side to side. And you want to lift the chest up, bring the glutes towards the mat, open our hips as wide as possible, and relax. So, sorry, I got cut up. So we want to have our hips down, and this, for instance, is the crow pose. This is what we're going to be doing with our hands on the mat. So we want to have our elbows, our knees in our armpit, as far up in the armpit as possible, and the hands in a 90-degree, in a right angle. And this is what we're going to try to imitate on the floor. So let's get started with the crow pose. If you have pillows, if you've never done this before, you can place a couple of pillows in front of you. That will help so that if you lose your balance at any point, you're not falling, your head is not coming directly on the hard floor, but on the soft cushion, and it helps if you have some fears. So come to your arms, you come to a squat, your feet on the ground, your arms on the mat, fingers, index fingers facing front and the thumbs facing inward. And you place your hands on the mat and start bringing your knees right into your elbows. So you can come into a little squat, raise your hips and bring your knees into your elbows. You're facing front, tucking your belly button. You start already engaging your core here. Bring your feet, your hands on the mat, and just try to lean. When you bring your knees and your elbows, try to lean to the front. You already have some weight in your hands and this could be where you end today. This could be strange for you. Just play around with this weight in your arms, going front and back. You're facing front. You don't want to look towards your feet, rather look in front, and while you're moving in front, maybe you lift your legs from the mat. So we're going to try to lift one leg on the mat. So come all the way to the front, facing, looking at the top of your mat, and try to lift one leg from the mat, maybe your left leg, and bring it back to the mat. And try with your right leg, and back to the mat. Left leg again, back to the mat. Right leg, engage your core the whole time, and back to the mat. Let's take a little break, and you can shake out your wrists. And we're going to try this again. So you can just be playing around. There's nothing serious happening here. You're just playing around on your mat, playing around on your hands. Let's do this again. So fingers, index fingers facing front, thumbs inward, and you don't want to open your arms to the side. Rather, let the inner part of your elbows face to the front, and your elbows bending towards the back. Bring your knees into your armpit. Come to your toes. Lean to the front. Lift one leg from the mat. Engage your feet. Lift the second leg. Maybe engaging both feet. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring your legs back to the mat and relax. Okay, let's try this again. Come to your toes, knees into your elbows, and maybe you're already feeling your hips engaging here. You could feel your hip muscles. Lean forward, and this may happen. You see, I fall on the mat, and it's all good. Bring your feet back and come down. So that's how you can fall in the crow pose. So just have a pillow in front of you so that if you're falling on something soft. And you notice nothing happened. I didn't break anything. So let's try again. And this time around, we'll try to switch the leg. I'll start with the right leg, lifting the right leg, left leg up. And you can bring it back down and up, down and up. And we'll just try to do this. Engaging the core. And bring them back down. And relax. So just play around as often as possible. Just playing with your balance, playing with your legs, and seeing if you can lift both legs off the mat at a time and holding. And just do that as often as you want. Last round, lift both legs, and let's try to hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Bring it down. And let's find a comfortable seat. Thank you for playing around with me. I'm all sweaty. I don't know about you. So let me know how this goes for you, if you've ever tried a crow pose, if it's the first time, and where you're tuning in from. And if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on my next videos. Bye, and wish you a nice day. Namaste.